And we are back. We'll step aside quickly to hear the starting lineups for both teams. Before we do, I want to introduce you all here to NFHS production of the Woodland Hills Wolverines taking on your Gateway Gators. Should be a great contest tonight as they introduce the Wolverines starters, including ever talented Deontay Williams. Tons of offers on the gridiron for football. Tremendous quarterback. Should be a great matchup tonight. The Wolverines looking to avenge a 30-point loss at the hands of the Gators on the 26th of January. On the other side, the Gators looking to stay in lockstep with Penn Hills. They're tied atop the section at 6-2. And now we'll hear their starters.
A 5'11" junior, number 1, Jaden Carr. A 5'9" junior, number 2, Caitlin Pryor. A 5'10" junior, number 5, MJ Stevenson. A 6'7" senior, number 21, Ryan Gregerson. And a 6'3" senior, number 23, Will Kronka. The assistant coaches.
So there you have it for your Gators. Familiar faces in the starting 5, Jaden Carr, Caleb Pryor, MJ Stevenson. Got Ryan Gregerson and Will Kromka. Should be a dandy here tonight on NFHS. Really appreciate everyone for joining. Our talented crew. The law firm of Schaefer, and Schaefer, led by Adam Gusky. And I'm Vince Russo. I'm just happy to be here tonight for some basketball. We had ourselves a barn burner in the first game. It's the Woodland Hills girls team, who led by as much as 12, held on at the end for a thrilling 37-31 win. Not a whole lot of points, but some big timely shots. Super entertaining game. And so now we put a fresh 8 minutes on the clock, and we get ready for the first quarter of play here between the Gators and the Wolverines. Need a second here. Conference for the officials with the Woodland Hills coaching staff and the scoring table. Looking at the starters for the Wolverines, you've got Deontay Williams, Cruz McMillan, Delris Robinson,
where the P announcer is too.
To the right, and Amir Brown.
Yeah.
Along with Chaz Cobbs. So we're still a few seconds away from getting this one rolling here. Not exactly sure what the delay is, but two talented teams. Woodland Hills enters in at 8-10 on the season, 5-4 in section play. And on the other side, the Gators, a stellar 10-4 record.
Technical foul on Woodland Hills.
What happened?
Pryor with the shot.
We get word now that there was a technical foul to start the game. It was a scorebook violation. Those little things that tend to make a difference. And so before we even get underway, Pryor with 2 points before we even tip this one off. And so the Gators, in an unusual turn of events, will start this game up 2-0, and we're underway here on NFHS. I'm Vince Russo. Thank you all for joining us here. A big section matchup in 5A Section 3. Kromka going to go to work. Leaves it off for Gregerson, and the jumper good from the elbow.
Gregerson for 3.
And so four early points here, rather. Good hesitation move there in the bucket by McMillan. So Cruz McMillan gets 2 back for Woodland Hills. Jay Stevenson leaves it off, open look from 3. That one's short. That one's going to tail out off of the Wolverines, though. As as the senior Robinson unable to come up with that one. They'll get it inside to Gregerson quick. Gregerson with a size advantage, and that one just off the mark, but Kromka able to get it back, but he had the right foot fully out of bounds as he went to go up strong with that one. Wolverines going left to right in the road gray uniforms, black numerals, turquoise trim. Gators in the home white with the black numerals and gray trim. Big three-point shot there. That's Deontay Williams. And so, despite the technical foul before getting started, 5 of the first 7 points in regulation go to the Wolverines, and they lead by 1, 5-4. Now, a quick shot now. They'll come the other way. Williams lays that one up, but just not enough on it. Now the Gators come back in transition. Is that one going to count? Not sure. I think that's going to be on the floor. Oh, I stand corrected. Fortuitously for the Gators, the shot will fall. And a chance at a three-point play the old-fashioned way. Jaden Carr. Carr's first bucket on the evening. His free throw's no good, but that rebound going to go to Kromka. Kromka fights his way inside, lays that one up. Gregerson now with the opportunity, and he is fouled underneath by McMillan. So Carr can't finish the three-point play, but ultimately a couple offensive rebounds will lead Gregerson to the free throw line for the first time tonight.
Gregerson shooting 2.
3 early fouls against the Wolverines as Gregerson connects on the first. Foul for McMillan and Amir Brown. Currently on the court. Gregerson, solid, knocks them both down, leads all scorers with 4 points here, as 8-5 is now our new total. Corner 3 is good. Chaz Cobbs wide open. Good pressure there, but Pryor able to get through after the nice feed from Kromka. Now MJ Stevenson gets it back out to Kromka. Stevenson gonna float, leaves that one up just a bit too strong, but he'll get it back. Good pass out. Gators will go back to work. Kromka, who's lethal from 3, he knocks it down. He'd been working, now it finally pays off, gets that first bucket to go. And the senior puts the Gators back out in front. Big block there from Gregerson, and now headed the other way is Carr. He's by himself, he'll lay that one up. And Carr now with 4. Pace picking up, 13-8, our score. Good ball movement, another open look from 3, and that one just a bit too strong there. Cobbs was looking for his second. Now it's Carr coming back down the other way in transition. Stevenson thought about the shot, so did Pryor. Pryor's gonna go baseline. Now he'll pull up. Nice little floater there, and so Pryor doubles his point total after knocking down the 2 technical foul free throws to start the game. Lead up to 7 for the Gators. And a foul in the backcourt. That one's going to be against Pryor. That's the first team foul against the Gators.
Timeout, Woodland Hills.
So Woodland Hills will call an early timeout here as we are approaching halfway through the first quarter. Up and down the court we went. Gators up 15-8. 4 scorers here in the early going. 3 guys with 4. That's Carr, Pryor, and Gregerson. Kromka knocking down the 3 momentarily. Or just moments ago, rather. So that's how the Gators got to 15 for Woodland Hills. Cobbs and Williams both have 3. And it's number 11, Cruz McMillan, with a 2-point bucket. So the Gators had a lengthy win streak of 7 snapped against Kiski area. So they got revenge on them last night, took down the Cavaliers by 10. And so they're back into the win column at 10-4. And more importantly, They are once again tied atop the section standings, and you had to worry a little bit that the Gators might come out here in the first quarter and overlook this game after beating the Wolverines by 30, because they've got Penn Hills at Penn Hills on Friday, and my goodness, that's going to be one heck of a matchup. Indians came in here and won by 10 in a game that really was much closer than that. The Gators led in the fourth quarter for a big run by the Indians to close that game out. Back in action here, though, and Gregerson forces a very difficult shot, but a nice follow there. Timothy Jenkins, the 6'3" senior, comes in and is able to clean that one up with a very athletic play. Now it's Pryor on the other end. He is forced into a very awkward shot. That'll lead to a turnover. Now Williams leads it the other way. They have numbers. Corner three, no good. Rebound, though, two Wolverines went for it. Now Gregerson with a big block. Ball is loose. Carr gets it back, scans his options, finds Pryor. Pryor gets it to Gregerson, who slams it home. Gregerson with the flush. And the lead's back up to 7. That'll get the crowd going. Now contact the other end, no foul. Williams gets it back, he puts it up and in, and he'll head to the line. Looking to finish the old-fashioned three-point play. Compton going to pick up the foul. That's his first, second on the Gators. Shanier Pinckney checks in for Woodland Hills. On the other end, a couple fresh faces for the Gators, including Bryson Pavlik and Mikey Crawford. Now Williams trying to tack on that third point. He's good, so he's got 6 here in the early going. He and Gregerson lead all scorers. At the 3:21 mark here in quarter number 1. That one nearly knocked away from Pavlik. He'll get it back. Carr going to drive inside. He loses it, but Kromka right underneath the basket. Now he's up to 5. Lead is back up to 8. And the Gators getting scoring depth all across the lineup. 4 players with at least 4 points. Scoop shot, no good. Big rebound by Joe Kromka. Now the other one, the spin move and the finish. Oh my goodness, Jaden Carr.
Timeout. Officials timeout.
Put the defender on skates. And then cold as ice lays that one up and off the glass. And the lead is double digits for the first time tonight as the Gators scoring at will in this one. So, as we talked about just 6 days ago, these two teams met. Gators came away with a lopsided win. So the Gators trying to find their place in a stacked 5A. There are 2 teams in 5A with just 1 loss. Newcastle and Mars, and then of course Laurel Highlands with Rodney Gallagher undefeated at 16-0. So you're worried about the Gators potentially looking ahead, focusing on Friday's contest and sort of going through the motions here, but they are dialed in to start as we take a look at Section 1 there. Laurel Highlands, just the very clear cream of the crop in that section. Chartiers Valley and South Fayette, certainly talented clubs as well, but Newcastle coming up from 4A to 5A, they look like a potential threat to dethrone Laurel Highlands. So we are back in action here. Under 3 minutes to play in quarter number 1. That ball gets away from the Wolverines, but it was tipped by the Gators. So the score's been adjusted. It's now 21-13. Instead of 22-12. Contact inside, and Williams, so physical. Did a great job. Got inside, absorbed the contact. I didn't think that they were going to count the bucket, but they did. Now Williams with another free throw opportunity. He's knocking on the door of double digits here in quarter number 1, having himself a monstrous evening.
Foul is on 21, Gregerson.
Free throw is good, and so Williams
Number 11,
with 9 points to lead all scorers here, and trying to will the Wolverines to stick around in this one as they've been down by as many as 9. The lead now is just 5 for the Gators. Wolverines forced the Gators into a quick one-shot and out. Come back the other way. Cobbs thought about the 3. He gets inside. He gets denied by Gregerson. And so now it's Thompson leading the Gators back the other way. Carr pulls up at the free throw line. Easy jumper there for Carr, and he has 8 points. Ball off the mark once again. Gregerson doing so much to impact shots down low. The Wolverines come away with it though. They'll get it inside, and an easy look. That's a second bucket for McMillan. And back and forth we go. Still just a 5-point lead for the Gators. 90 seconds left here, just about in quarter number 1. Carr gets that stripped away, but he'll get it back, tips it back out. Thompson tries to go to the corner. Pavlik gonna pull up. He's gonna hit. Had to do everything just to keep that ball in play. Pulls the trigger, and Bryson Pavlik on the scoreboard now with 3 points. Very near a turnover there. Miscommunication on offense for the Wolverines. And coaching staff shouting for motion, shouting for movement as the Wolverines have gone stagnant. They'll get a good look there, but missing the mark on everything is Robinson. Coming the other way, Pavlik gonna take it to the cup. He can't absorb the contact and put it down, so now 2-on-1 the other way. Good job drawing the foul. The nice fake pass there. The Wolverines will head to the line. It'll be Chaz Cobbs, the 5'9" junior.
Ball is on 4 of the Gators.
So that foul on Mikey Crawford. First personal foul, 4th team foul for the Gators. First free throw, too strong, no good. A slew of subs come in for the Gators, including Elijah Bruce McCrommon, the 6-foot senior who will log his first minutes tonight. Kromka checks back in after a short rest.
Jenkins back for Woodland Hill.
Second free throw is good for Cobbs. So Cobbs now has 4, and the lead is down to 7. Cross-court pass, Pavlik scans his options. He'll go back across. Quick tic-tac-toe passing. And now it's taken away as Thompson was just overwhelmed, but now the Wolverines will throw it away. And the Gators get the chance for the last shot here.
3-2-1.
Play some D, too easy up top.
Kromka gets it up top, 9 seconds left. They'll get it into Kromka. Kromka hesitates, moves. That one just off the mark. 3 seconds left. Wolverines looking to get a shot, and they'll throw it away. And that'll end our first quarter as a disastrous last 2 possessions for the Wolverines. Prevent them from getting any closer than 7. And so that's how our first quarter will end. 26-19 your score. Gators out in front after 1, led by 8 points from Jaden Carr and 6 from Ryan Gregerson. They lead with 14 of the 26 points for the Gateway Gators. Kromka with 5, including a big 3-pointer. Pavlik put 3 in, and Pryor with 4, including those 2 free throws to start the game because of a technical foul for a scorebook issue, which you don't see all too often. On the other end, it's Deontay Williams leading the way with 9 points for his club. And Cobbs and McMillan both with 4, and Timothy Jenkins, the senior, with a 2-point bucket as well. Teams will take back to the court after the very brief intermission, and we will get back in play here on NFHS. Good first quarter. Good bit of scoring. The Gators still one of the higher scoring teams in 5A, averaging 66 per. And a strong first quarter there. We'll see how these two teams adjust after 8 minutes of play. Williams going to try and get to the hoop again. That one will go out off of Robinson. As Delrius Robinson tried to get in there and keep that one in bounds. As Williams showing early, he's that kind of player, just going to put his head down, try to get to the rim and see what happens. But a little out of control there. Tipped ball, looking for Thompson there, the 6'2 sophomore. A couple underclassmen getting some minutes here for the Gators. I'll get it into Pavlik. Heat check from Pryor is good. He's up to 7.
For Caleb Pryor.
Caleb Pryor knocks down the 3 to extend that lead back to double digits for the Gators. Shot no good. One shot now. Gators will come back the other way. Pavlik goes underneath to Pryor, who had the wide open look. A beautiful reversal there. Pryor with 9 points here in the early going. Now thrown away by the Wolverines. Here come the Gators once again. They'll find Pavlik in the corner. That one in and out. Kromka very nearly gets that one back. Gators keep it in. They'll get it underneath. Pavlik, a nice cut to the bucket. He has 5, and this one starting to get lopsided early once again. 14-point lead now for the Gators. And Pavlik quickly gets it to Pryor off the steal. Pryor had to pull it back though, no numbers. Now they'll feed it inside to Kromka. He makes a move. He lays it up and in. And what a run. 9 straight points for the Gators as the lead balloons to 16. They'll get it underneath. A nice feed there. Cobbs able to find Robinson. Robinson's first bucket of the evening. That cuts the bleeding. But the lead is still 14 for the Gators. Corner 3, that one well off of the mark. But good hustle there to stay with it. He'll get it back. And now he'll get it again. Thompson with 2 big offensive rebounds, and eventually the Gators are able to draw the foul, and they'll get themselves to the free throw line. So Tally Thompson didn't connect from 3, went, got the rebound, couldn't put that back up and in, got it again, got it to Kromka, helped his team get to the free throw line. That's a heck of a possession for that young man. Kromka, well short on the first.
Number 24, Mari Pryor, into the Wolverine lineup.
Mari Pryor, 6'2 senior, checks in for the Wolverines. Kromka can't hit either of them. Pavlik gets it back. They'll get it out to Pryor. Pryor scans his options. He tries to scoop that one, but it's blocked. The possession will stay with the Gators. As Michael Crawford will check back in for the Gators. The drive inside, the scoop shot just doesn't go, but another good look from Thompson here. He's getting some extended minutes tonight, the 6'2 sophomore forward.
Thompson, shooting 2.
So Thompson heads to the line for the first time tonight. looking to extend this early 14-point lead for the Gators. Thompson in and out. On the front end of 2 free throws. But Thompson will get another one here. And again, that one in and out. So Thompson 0 for 2. The Gators have missed their last 4 free throws, allowing Woodland Hills a chance to stick around in this one. But another one shot and out. Good defensive stop there. Pryor gets in the corner, passes up the 3. They'll continue to move it inside. And a nice move there by Gregerson. He's now up to 8. And the lead is back up to 16, matching the highest it's been for the Gators. 3-point shot. That one good. A nice look there by Pryor on the other end. Maury Pryor, the 6'2 senior, he knocks down the 3-point shot. And so the lead is 13. So the Gators keeping the Wolverines at arm's length for right now as they look to remain atop the section. 6-2 thus far in the season. They've had themselves quite the campaign. Like we said, they'll have a big matchup this Friday against Penn Hills, who came in and ran away from the Gators late in a game that was very, very close. On the other end, the Wolverines coming off a rare winless campaign last season, went 0-10 in a shortened COVID season. They currently sit in 3rd in the section, and the Wolverines would be a playoff team if the season ended today, but worth noting as you look at the standings here, they are just a game ahead of Kiski area and Franklin Regional, 2 teams that they have very recently lost to. So pressure is on for both of these teams. You see Gregerson in the post calling for it, wants it, as he has posed a big mismatch. You see him get the ball right there. Wolverines have no answer for him as he is now into double figures. 10 points for Gregerson. Lead is back up to 15.
What's that? I don't know what's that. We don't think we need it.
As we are halfway through the second quarter here already on NFHS. No easy buckets for the Wolverines. Williams going to try and fight his way inside. The extra pass, but it is off the hands of the intended receiver, Timothy Jenkins, who wasn't ready for it there. Williams throwing his hands up in frustration as things have gone from bad to worse for the Wolverines, while the Gators continue to just get the ball where they want at will on offense. As Pryor wide open there, takes the deep 3. And now the Wolverines come back the other way, 4-on-3. Stop, pop, the pull-up jumper, no good. Gregerson able to come down with that one after the look by Pryor. Now it's Carr losing the ball. Pryor gets a step to 2-on-1. Nice pass. That one laid up and in as Cobb's now up to 6 points. Nice pass underneath and a hard foul underneath. A good showing of sportsmanship there for Pryor, going over and picking up M.J. Stevenson after the 2 players collide underneath the basket. Kromka going to check back in after a brief rest for the Gators. He will spell Mikey Crawford. The Gators showing as the season goes along the amount of depth that they have. They can go spurts without guys like Kromka on the court and still be all right. Gators made it to the semifinals last season before falling by 6 to Chartiers Valley without Kromka in the lineup, as that shot's no good. Gregerson fights to get it back, and that's tipped away from him. But a team that has aspirations of getting to that stage of the playoffs once again and hopefully going further. But they are up against some tough teams in 5A for sure. Foul underneath. Looks like Kromka might have been held. Maury Pryor committing the foul. That'll be his second personal foul. That's a 7th personal foul against the Wolverines, so that will send the Gators to the line for the bonus. And a 1-and-1 opportunity here for Kromka. If he nails the first, he'll earn the second. Kromka known for his prowess as a perimeter shooter. Went 0 for 2 in his first trip to the line tonight. His first one falls in, and my goodness, that one touched about every single inch of the rim there before finding its home at the bottom of the cylinder. So, nonetheless, it counts, and he'll get another one. And he'll convert, so now 2 for 4, 9 points overall for Kromka. And the lead is back to 15. 2.5 minutes left. Wolverines, Williams has 9 points. See if they get the ball back in his hands. Defense there from Carr, putting a lid on the talented Cruz McMillan. Pryor comes up with the board. Get it into Gregerson. Gregerson turns, fires. He is just unstoppable here in this first half. 12 points. And then he commits the foul at the other end. Missed the ball there and got the arm of Chaz Cobbs, who once again is able to drive into the lane. So Cobbs will earn himself a chance at the free throw line. Cobbs, a 5'9" junior guard for the Wolverines. And the first one hits the rim and bounces off. He's now 1 of 3 from the free throw line here in the early going. Pryor checks off for the Gators, and Vito Campolo, the 5'6" sophomore, will log a few varsity minutes here before we reach halftime. So Cobbs comes up with the point. He now has 7.
3 seconds! 3 seconds!
Contact there, and the bucket's going to fall. A beautiful take by Carr. And now Carr into double figures. As Gators staring at getting real close to a 50-point first half. They have been a juggernaut offensively here. Keep in mind, they averaged 66 points over 32 minutes. We're about 14 and a half in, and they're up to 36. Carr's 11, a big part of that. Also keep in mind, the last time these two teams played, Gateway scored 59 points over the 32 minutes. They've got 46, they're 13 points away from that here. With just over a minute until half. Driving inside, that one well off the mark, but offensive rebound there. Open three-point shot, no good. That one well off the mark, and now a foul underneath. Kromka, the guilty culprit. I believe that'll be Will Kromka's second foul. So he'll check off to avoid him picking up a crucial third foul before the end of the first half with this one. A bit of a blowout here to start, 19 points. Gators out in front. That one very nearly taken away by the Gators, and now a drive inside. There'll be a foul on the floor. So Campolo will pick up his first. So Amir Brown, a 5'8" freshman, will head to the free throw line. Looking to trim this 19-point deficit that the Wolverines stare at. They'll knock down the front end of the 1-and-1. It's now both teams in the bonus, neither in the double bonus just yet. But every foul the rest of the way will result in free throws for these teams. Yeah, the second one off the mark. But once again, rebound for the Wolverines. They'll get it back.
Y'all gotta shoot the ball.
Now Brown looked like he was going to drive once again, but he gives that one up at the last moment. Results in a turnover. Stevenson gets it out to Thompson. Thompson spins, lays that up off the glass, and Thompson playing very well here in this first half. Finally gets rewarded with his first bucket. Now we're down to the final 25 seconds of the half. Once again, the Wolverines lose the ball. Thompson pushes this one up the court. Stevenson has it. He goes up strong, just off the mark, and the follow-through is put home by who else but Jaden Carr. His second trip to the line to try and punctuate the three-point play. Gets the and one there. Gators have hit 50 points here in the first half.
Foul is on one, Jones.
So number one fouls, number one is Micah Jones, the 5'9 junior, picks up his first personal foul. Carr misses the free throw, but he's going to have 13 points here in this first half. Williams drives inside. He'll pick up, or draw the foul rather. Now he'll head to the line.
Foul is on four of the Gators. Crawford, 1-1. Williams.
So Mikey Crawford picks up his second foul in this first half. Williams knocks down the front end of the 1-1. That'll put Williams into double figures here in the first half. And the second is good. Williams up to 11 points. Wolverines up to 30, but the unfortunate news for them, Gateway with 50. 5 seconds left. Gators throw it away. Last shot will go to the Wolverines with 2.5 left. Micah Jones will try to inbound. Actually, he'll pass the duties off to Williams. They'll go deep. They got a man open. The shot, that one nearly goes, but a little too strong. As Cruz McMillan can't get that one to fall, or rather, number 10, Chenier Pinckney. So, last time these two teams played, we saw the final score 59-39. How about 50-30 after half number one? I'm sure we'll see even more points here in the second half. We'll see if the Wolverines can find their way back into this one, but as it stands after 16 minutes of play, the Gators have a comfortable 20-point lead. It's 50-30, Gateway over Woodland Hills here on NFHS. We'll step aside for about 9 minutes, and we'll be back with half number two. Welcome back, folks. Less than a minute until tip-off for the second half. A lopsided second quarter allowed the Gateway Gators to really blow this one open. It is 50-30 as we head into the second half here on NFHS. And it's really been number 1 and number 21 for the Gators. An incredible effort. You have Jaden Carr going to work and having himself a 13-point first half. On the other end, as we said, number 21, Ryan Gregerson, with a cool dozen. They had half of the 50 points for the Gators. I can't count out guys like Caleb Pryor, who had 9. Will Kronka, who also had 9. Bryson Pavlik with 5. And then Tally Thompson with 2. That's your scoring breakdown for the Gators as we get ready to start half number 2 here. They'll put the starting 5 back in. Kronka, Carr, Pryor, Gregerson, and Stevenson. MJ Stevenson rounds out that starting 5. Turnover here. And the ball poked away once again. Finally, it is Pryor who slips out of bounds. So the Wolverines able to turn over the Gators to start this second half. Fans still settling into their seats. A nice crowd on hand here in Monroeville, Pennsylvania. 2 rival teams that are just a few moments. Now Monroeville and Turtle Creek, neighboring communities. And the Gators will play another one of their neighbors and rivals as they'll head down the hill to Penn Hills, take on the Indians, one of 2 teams atop Section 3 and 5A at 6-2. Gators will look to avenge an earlier season loss to Penn Hills. Good ball movement. Pryor gets it out wide, but they're going to call travel on Will Kronka before that shot was even taken. And so 43 seconds in here, still looking for our first points of half number 2. That lead still at 20. That's one thing that factors in when you got a game like this. That second half, gonna need a run here early if you're Woodland Hills, because no shot clock means the Gators can sort of bleed that clock, as that Euro step shot no good. Stevenson now at the other end. Nice feed inside to Carr. Carr able to dribble his way out of trouble. That spoke too soon as he loses the handle. He pounds his chest, says, my bad. So a couple turnovers, self-inflicted wounds for the Gators here the first minute of play. Wolverines, as we said, they're 5-4 in this section. So a win tonight would match them in terms of wins with Penn Hills and Gateway, with a couple extra losses to boot. Jump shot from the free throw line, no good there for Cruz McMillan. Pryor with a nice crossover. He tries to scoop underneath, and that one is blocked, but it will stay with the Gators. That is Shanier Pinckney, the 6'2" junior guard, with the block. But a loss here gets interesting for Woodland Hills because they are right in front of Kiski in Franklin Regional, but they've lost to both of those teams, so a loss here could potentially knock Woodland Hills out of that top 4, at least for the time being, and make their playoff positioning a little precarious as well. Kronka with a big-time block there. As Amir Brown went up with it, Kronka said flat out, no, that's not flying here. Now Brown has to try and keep that one in. On the inbound pass, it was out a little wide. Nice rebound there. They'll get it to Brown underneath. He hesitates and draws the foul. Looked like he would have had the open layup there, but hesitated and drew the foul. Nice feed from Cruz McMillan. It's going to be the third foul on Gregerson. So that is something to keep an eye on if you're a Gators fan. I guess suppose even if you're a Woodland Hills supporter as well, as Gregerson picking up his third. See if he checks out here.
Robinson.
He has been a big difference maker. Just at 12 points in the first half, cleaning up the boards offensively. A lot of putback opportunities. This lineup for the Gators gets a lot smaller on both sides of the ball if he is unable to continue. His free throw is good for Brown. He's now 2 for 4 from the line and has 2 points in total. And another turnover for the Gators, who look lost offensively. Bryson Pavlik's going to check in here. He'll take out Jaden Carr, who was so exceptional in that first half, and just a few turnovers too many here to start the second half. And Coach Rogers going to go to the bench here. Turnover here. Kromka comes away with the errant pass. They'll push the ball quick. Stevenson back to Kromka. Kromka was wide open, passed on the three though, gets himself inside and fouled. Frustrated with himself that he couldn't finish at the rim.
I was on 21. Make that 12. Del Robinson.
So Del Robinson picks up his third foul. Both teams committing their first team foul in several possessions.
Back for the Gators and number 3, Jenkins.
Kromka knocks down the front end of the 2 free throws to extend the lead back to 20. Kromka gets the second to fall. He's now 4 for 6 from the line. He has 11 points. Kromka into double figures, the third Gateway Gator in double figures tonight. Corner 3, Cobbs made one in the first half, and then the putback there. Big time slam by Timothy Jenkins. Came in out of nowhere and flushed that one. Now contact at the other end. That's going to be a turnover for the Gators. And so that'll send the ball back the other way. Little momentum here for the Wolverines. They get the flush, then the turnover. See if they can't continue to make something of this. They'll get it back to Jenkins. Jenkins feeling it, puts it up, misses everything on that one. Williams has it, tries to put it up. That one's no good. They'll get another offensive rebound. Finally, Kromka comes away with it, but he'll lose it, just throws it forward. Mikey Crawford was there. They'll get it to Pavlik, and Pavlik can't knock down the three. That one in and out. Here comes Jenkins again. No numbers. He very nearly loses the handle on that one. Pavlik tries to come away with the steal, and he can't corral it. Things a little less crisp here in quarter number 3. Wolverines outscoring the Gators 3-2 here in the early going of quarter number 3. Corner 3, it's Cobbs again. Cobbs knocks this one down.
Three-pointer for Cobbs.
Cobbs now quietly into double figures with 10. And a travel at the other end, and the Gators opening that door ever so slightly. Don't look now, but the Wolverines are down just 16 after being down as many as 22. Mikey Crawford will check off. Saw earlier in the girls' game that Cobb's going to take a heat check here. Never mind that. We'll get to talking about the girls' game. Cobb trying to do everything he can to get Woodland Hills boys team back into this one. Pryor now drives inside, hits Kromka underneath. He absorbs the contact and is able to put that one home. That's a big bucket there to end the run, at least for the moment, for Woodland Hills. It looks like a different team. Another good follow there. Gators struggling on the boards here in the third quarter. Kromka comes away with it. Worth noting, Gregerson not in the game, in foul trouble with 3 fouls. Corner 3, no good. Gregerson actually is now back in, but he gets the putback and can't put it home. Gregerson just checks back in, but he's been missed out there on the boards. Picked up his 3rd foul early in this quarter. I'll get it to Cobbs again. Cobbs misses everything that time, but my goodness, what a 3rd quarter he's had. 12 points.
Stevenson and Carl back for the Gators.
So just a 15-point advantage now for the Gators, but it was as much as 22. Carr is back in after a couple early turnovers. He'll get it into Gregerson, has the clear mismatch. Gregerson
for 2.
pads his totals up to 14. That's his first bucket here in the second half. Jenkins with the open look from 3. That one is good. And Woodland Hills will call a timeout. That's a big bucket there by Jenkins. So he now has 7. And lead down to 14. Crowd is into this one. It's been a good contest thus far between these two clubs. There's a lot of playoff implications for both teams here tonight. The Wolverines will travel to Kiski area on Friday, trying to avenge a loss to the Cavaliers, and that one has the potential to be a very big game. As once again, Woodland Hills, at the moment, they are up 1 game on both Kiski area and Franklin Regional. But a loss in this contest tonight, if they're unable to come all the way back, that would potentially push them out of the playoff race, at least for the time being. But still a handful of games left to go here for each of these clubs. For the Gators, their eyes are on a section title. Friday's contest, regardless of the result of this one, is going to be immense between Penn Hills and Gateway. Corner 3, wide open look. Again, no good. Kromka times the jump wrong. Can't get the rebound, so here come the Wolverines. Jumper off the mark, but again, offensive rebound. They'll try and feed it inside. That one taken away. It's Thompson. Thompson feeds it forward to Carr. Carr gets it inside to Gregerson, who turns and unable to finish there. And then corralling that one is Stevenson. Stevenson with his first bucket. He's had a quiet evening offensively. He's on the score sheet now. This game has definitely picked up in pace. As the Gators still out in front by a comfortable margin of 16. 3-point shot from the wing. That one too strong, and that one's going to go out of bounds. Ball will turn back over to the Gators.
Williams back for Woodland Hills.
Dante Williams checks back in for Woodland Hills. They're going to need a lot more from him. His 11 points in the first half paced the Wolverines. He has yet to score here in half number 2. They'll get it into Gregerson, and he's fouled hard underneath by Jenkins. So that will be
Follows on 3, Jenkins.
his second foul. Kromka feeds it out wide to Thompson. Thompson tries to go baseline, loses the handle, gets it poked away. Get it into Gregerson, that one off the mark. Kromka, though, able to come up with it. He's fouled underneath. The Gators starting to reclaim a little dominance on the boards. That's been a big thing for the Wolverines here in quarter number 3, as they've been able to a lot of second chance opportunities offensively, attacking that offensive glass. Gators starting to do the same. Now another foul underneath.
Let us be physical.
Foul is on 3, Jenkins.
So another foul on Jenkins. A couple changes. He and Pinckney will check out.
McMillan and Robinson.
Robinson
Back
checks
for
in.
Woodland Hills.
Good take there. Kronka able to create space. Just throws that one up over the shoulder. It's good. And the lead balloons back up to 18. Driving inside is Cobbs. Cobbs having himself a night. He's up to 14 points. He's feeling it.
For 2.
Inside and outside. He's knocked down a few threes. A nice take there. Carr leaves it off, and Gregerson throws it down again. His second flush. Oh, mama, he's a bad, bad man. Boy, does he get up. That vertical, that size, he puts it down. Now Carr at the other end. He's blocked and fouled hard. So Carr, after the turnover, will head to the line. This game getting physical. Not dirty, but definitely physical.
Foul is on 11, McMillan.
Wolverines coaching staff can't believe that was called a foul. Thought that was a clean block. It definitely was a bang-bang play. Carr will knock down the first of 2 free throws here as the Gators look to open this back up to 20 points.
Pinckney and Jenkins. Back for Woodland Hills.
Carr hits them both. He has 15, and the lead is 20. Cobb gonna pull up just inside the arc. That one no good, but had a good look at it. I'll get it to Carr, and we'll see if the Gators hold for the last shot here. Carr coming with a full head of steam, and now he'll back off right near that half-court logo. 11 seconds left now. They'll get it back to Carr. Carr to Gregerson. He spins, falls away. Can't get that one to go. Wolverines have it. 4 seconds left. Driving and blocked away to end the quarter. Cobbs thought he could get 2 more, but the Gators said no. And so while the Wolverines had chipped it down to as many as 15, the Gators pad it back up and will enter the 4th quarter still comfortably up by 20 points. 64-44 is our total. Gregerson with 16, Kromka with 15, and Carr with 15. That's really the story for the Gators, but don't count out. You got Pryor in double figures as well. So the Gators have had no shortage of offenses. They're just 2 points off of their season average with 8 minutes left to play. So you see the cheerleading squad take to the court.
Good picture from elementary or cheerleader fans.
Gators trying to build off of a 6-game winning streak they saw snapped. A loss against Kiski on January 28th, lost by 8, and came back yesterday. Beat the Cavaliers by 10. Take a look at the Gators' schedule to end the season here. Got Penn Hills, Latrobe, Franklin Regional. Some big section games to end the season. Big steal here, but Carr can't get back to it before the ball goes out of bounds.
Oh, sorry.
Gators have some talented seniors on this team between Gregerson and Kromka, but a lot of these players will be coming back for a team that sits at 10-4 here in 5A. Made the semis last year at 9-8. A nice shot there over the outstretched arms of Gregerson was Pryor. Maury Pryor now with 5 points. So Woodland Hills starts quarter number 4 with a bucket. They're getting a lot more of those if they want to extend this past regulation. Gregerson will get it inside, and he's fouled hard by Williams. That'll prevent another dunk, so not the worst foul in the world.
I was on 5. Williams.
It's the first foul on Deontay Williams. Gregerson hits on the front end. Missed his first 2 free throws, but has been solid since. He's now up to 17 points on the evening. Make that 18. He has been a force to be reckoned with in that gray painted area. Shot from the perimeter. That's another field goal for Pryor. Pryor now with 8. Once again, lead is down to 17. It seems that every time the Gators, or the Wolverines rather, get a big time bucket, Gators seem to answer right back. See what they can come up with here. Good feed inside, an extra pass, and there it is again, Gregerson throwing it down. 20 points from Gregerson, and he has been the difference tonight. Williams draws the foul there on the jump shot from the free throw line, and so he'll head back there for a pair.
A foul is on 2. Pryor, number 5.
That'll be the
Williams
second foul for Pryor. That's just 2 fouls here against the Gators in the second half as a team. 6 against Woodland Hills, and so the Gators will be in the bonus with the next foul. They'll shoot free throws the rest of the way, which is going to be a huge help for the team that's up 19. Williams missed the first, and he'll miss the second. Still held without a point here in the second half. And underneath, Jenkins going to travel. Jenkins had a big putback dunk earlier, but it's been quiet for the most part since. Let's see if the Gators start to slow things down a little bit. Up 19 with 6 minutes left. Certainly no shot clock. Pryor going to step back. That shot no good. The putback right there is Carr. Carr trying not to be outshined by Gregerson. He has 17 points now. Kromka comes away with a physical rebound. Now Carr splits a couple defenders, gets it out to MJ Stevenson. He'll get it back up to Carr. And the Gators will take their time. No shot clock and a healthy 21-point lead. Kromka gets it inside, gets space, and he puts it down. Now Kromka up to 17. Gators have 3 players with at least 17 points in this game. Williams gets inside, he can't make the layup. Kromka comes away with it. Carr drives inside, draws the foul. Guilty culprit there, Amir Brown, the 5'8 freshman.
Foul is on 23. Amir Brown. Carr shooting 2.
This is as wide as the margin has been all evening at 23, and Carr will add on to it there. He approaches that 20-point plateau.
Back for the Wolverines. Number 3, Trey Williams in for Gateway.
Trey Williams logging his first minutes on the evening for the Gateway Gators, the 6-foot junior. As both free throws good for Carr, who gets himself up to 19. Shot up and off the mark there by Pryor for Woodland Hills. Carr with the hesitation there, just won't go. Crawford tries to poke that back to his backcourt. And now a big time block from Caleb Pryor. As he was able to swat the much larger Maury Pryor, turned him away. And my goodness, Pryor came down the court. Around, I think that might have been Jenkins at 6'3". So Jenkins is 6'3", and he gave up the block to the 5'8" Pryor. What a heck of a play there by Caleb Pryor. It's been that kind of night for the Gators. They'll come away with it. Had MJ Stevenson wide open in the paint. Pryor with the heat check there. That one no good. A foul underneath by Mikey Crawford.
Fouls on
That's
forward.
going to be the third foul on Crawford, who's been limited tonight because of that foul trouble. Pass too hard outside, unable to connect with Pryor. See frustration setting in for Chaz Cobbs and company. They had some success in spurts, but it's been all Gators so far tonight. And so the Gators getting closer and closer to moving to 7-2 in section play. Started out slow last season and started to put together toward the end of the season. Gave Chartiers Valley a game in the playoffs without Will Kromka. And you think if this team can stay healthy, they've got a shot to compete with just about anyone in 5A. There's a win here would move them to 11-4.
Number 15, Izzy McGeorge into the Gator lineup along with McCormick.
So Izzy McGeorge, the 5'10 senior, checks in now for the Gateway Gators as both teams start to go to the benches. They've got some competition here between the two cheerleading squads. Gators cheer squad pointing at the scoreboard. Both teams talking a little trash. As this one does seem to be pretty well in hand. Woodland Hills, things do get precarious for them. They have some good wins on the season, but they'll fall to 5-5 in section play. And now they'll be mired in the pack with Kiski and Franklin Regional. Franklin Regional just held on for a win against the Wolverines the other day. They'll get a chance. They'll get another chance to get at these teams. Woodland Hills takes on Kiski Friday. On the other end, the Gators have that all-important matchup with Penn Hills. Really can't overstate how big of a game that's going to be for section title implications, for potential seeding in the playoffs. Top 4 teams from each section make it. So for the Gators, a 7th win at 7-2 starts to put them in that lock position for the playoffs. They won't mathematically clinch, but they start to put themselves in a place where they go from being a playoff potential to a playoff definite. 3 minutes left on the clock here. Bryson Pavlik with the ball. Looked like a 5-second call against Pavlik. Good defense there by Micah Jones, the 5'9 junior. Turnover here. Here come the Gators back the other way. Mikey Crawford and Bryson Pavlik, two of the regulars in the regular rotation for the Gators. A couple guys getting a few minutes here late in this one that don't normally see much of the varsity floor, but on teams like this, it's always a tough position to be in because you know that the guys toward the end of your bench still are talented, but when you've got a team that's sitting at 11-4, it's hard to get everyone minutes out on the court.
At the line for 2.
Trey Williams will head to the free throw line here. Earns himself a couple, knocks down the first. So both free throws go for Trey Williams. Corner three, in and out. See if Crawford can get himself on the score sheet. He's been held scoreless so far tonight. Pavlik with 5 big points in this one before things really got ugly. Good take there. Spinning around and laying it up in is McGeorge. Israel McGeorge. They call him Izzy. He's able to put that one in. Now at the other end, an opportunity for the and one is Janier Pinckney. Cuts through the lane. That'll be his first bucket of the evening. As both teams sort of calling off the dogs here defensively. Pinckney's able to complete the three-point play. Pavlik drives inside, is able to get it out to Crawford. And there it is. Crawford on the board.
Crawford.
And he is now the 10th Gator to score in this contest. Incredible scoring depth for the Gateway Gators tonight as they have just found the bottom of the bucket at every single opportunity. As now Pryor into double digits with 10 for Woodland Hills. The Wolverines have had 8 different players score the basketball tonight as well, just not at the same clip. And you've got your big 3 for the Gators really laying it on tonight. The story being Gregerson with 20, Carr with 19, and Kromko with 17. One of the best performances of the season for these Gators, and they're starting to really play their best basketball down the stretch here. That putback is good for Pinckney. So he has 5 points in this fourth quarter. Runner no good there by Izzy McGeorge. Now travel at the other end for the Wolverines. And we're down to 36 seconds left here at Gateway High School. I want to remind everyone we'll have some swimming action next week. So our crew will have that for you next week. Looking forward to our first swimming production. There's going to be a charge there with 26.7 seconds left.
Foul on 4, Crawford.
That's going to be the 4th on Crawford. So as we transition from winter sports to spring, we'll have swimming, baseball and softball, lacrosse. It'll be a good time. Hope that you join us for all of it. Taken away here, McGeorge with the Euro step, and he puts it in and gets the foul.
For Izzy McGeorge.
And the crowd is loving that one. What a beautiful move by McGeorge. able to just step around the defender with the Euro step there, and then the ability to kind of float there and lay that one up and in.
Foul was on Brown.
Henry George now with 4. See if he can't put the exclamation point on that three-point play. Free throw is short, but he'll get it right back. And the floater off the mark, gets it back again, pulls it away, loses it, and the Wolverines will come down the other way. 5 seconds left. And they'll just pull it out, and that will be how this one ends.
With the final score,
Gateway lays it on the Wolverines once again. They sweep Woodland Hills for the final tonight, 82-57, 50 points in the first half. And again, it was that big three that came in clutch. Ryan Gregerson with 20, Jaden Carr with 19, and Will Kromka with 17. This has been a production of NFHS. We thank you all so much for joining us here this evening. For our entire crew, Lee Schaefer, why am I blanking? Adam Gusky and Renee Schaefer. I am Vince Russo. We've been proud to bring this to you tonight, and we'll be proud to bring you swimming next week. We'll sign off for tonight. The final score, once again, 82-57. The Gateway Gators move to 11-4.